Hi everyone, welcome to Module 4, where we will learn about problem statements and you will be able to create your own. If I hop into Module 4 here, you'll see, again, there's 2 weeks. The first week is where you can read a problem statement article and Chapter 4 in Destination Dissertation. And you could also add to your literature bank. But there's a few other resources that I wanted to remind you about. One is the template. And in the template, you will see a problem statement heading right here in Chapter 1. I'm going to hop to that. And here's a great description of a problem statement. And very importantly, you'll see Appendix A has an example of a problem statement. So if I go to Appendix A, you'll see here that this is an example of a problem statement given to us from Dr. Ma. And there are 4 main components to this problem statement, and you can see that they're color-coded. This first one identifies the general problem. The second sentence, or section, I should say, it's 2 sentences, discusses the specific problem and, in her case, the region under the influence of this study. This third one here, this third set of sentences, shows the gap or the deficiency in the literature. And then here is the proposed solution in purple. So you will want to create your problem statement along this same, or like using the same format. Now there's another resource here, problem statement articles. It's actually 1 article. And you'll see here, this is establishing novelty with 4 rhetorical moves. This is a really great handout that shows you how to do the same thing that appendix just showed. And that is to talk about the significance, the status quo, creating a gap, and then filling the gap. There's some really great examples in this handout. And there is a workshop on the 12th of January this year, 2021, that describes this, how to create novelty. That's what you're doing with your problem statement. You're creating novelty. So there will be a link to that in the My Sites page under the Writing tab. So if you want a little bit more information, you can certainly hop into that and review that workshop. And there's one other a resource that I want to remind you of that can be really helpful, and that's SAGE research methods. And I know we hopped into that and we dug around in there a little bit for the literature reviews, but you might find that to be incredibly helpful if you need a little bit more information about a problem statement, what it is, what it does, how to write one, etc. So I encourage you to use those resources should you need a little bit more info on problem statements. So then if we go to week 2, you'll see that you are going to submit a draft of the problem statement and your introduction. So I'm going to go back to the template here. In the introduction, you see this is 1 paragraph here, but in reality, this introduction for your work may be a couple of pages. You'll want to give the reader a good understanding or a good overview of the topic and the problem that you're going to be addressing. That introduction should lead to the problem statement. So the problem statement ends up being a summary almost of what you had said previously in the introduction. So you're building from general to specific in a way. You're building that so that when you get to that problem statement, that it's all of that information wrapped up in a nice little package. So that's how I want you to approach your introduction and your problem statement. It should really give the reader a good idea of your topic and where you're headed with it. And then the problem statement really is just like, it's like I said, like it's the summary to what you're trying to accomplish in your dissertation. And then again, use that appendix. That can be really helpful for you. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always here and glad to help. Take care, everyone, and we'll talk soon. Bye.